In this video, we'll be evaluating expressions with two variables. To evaluate means we need to replace the value for each variable. So I'm going to have x and y in the first expression, where 3 is multiplied by x minus 2 multiplied by y. So 3x, it's a multiplication. 2y is a multiplication. First step, what we have to do is replace the given value. So instead of x, I'll put negative 2 minus 2, and instead of y, I'll replace 3. So in my original expression, 3 is multiplied by the x, that's negative 2 being replaced, minus 2 multiplied by the value of y, which is given to us to be 3. So we substitute the given values, then we have to use the order of operations to simplify. So we have two multiplications, 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6. And then we have the second multiplication, which is, again, negative, the sign multiplied right away, with a 3. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. So we had to multiply first, and we had two multiplications. Then we're going to combine our integers. And when I say combine, that means add or subtract based on the integer rules. We have negative 6 with negative 6, same sign, add the number, the numbers keep the sign. So we have negative 12, final answer. And here's your simplified expression. Let's see another example. So I have to evaluate for a value of negative 1. So we substitute instead of a negative 1. And here is the hidden coefficient negative 1. So minus b means we have a number hiding here, multiplicative identity 1. The b is the value that we need to substitute, and in the example, we're going to substitute it with 4. So minus b, it's actually a multiplication problem hiding right here, where negative 1 is multiplied by the value of b. So let's substitute that. A is multiplied times 5, so 5, then substitute negative 1 for a. Then we have that hidden coefficient 1, now we make it visible, negative 1, multiplied by the value of 4. Okay, so when you substitute your numbers instead of the variables, make sure that we include them in parentheses and we show those multiplications. So first, again, what you have to do is multiply, because when we use our order of operations, we multiply first. Positive times negative is negative 5. And then we multiply the sign with the number. So negative 1 times 4. That would be negative 4. And then we combine. Combine means add or subtract. So negative 5 with negative 4 combined together. Same sign, add the numbers, keep the sign. That would be negative 9. Next example, we have negative 2n, means the value negative 2 times n after we substitute. Plus 3m means 3 times m. And then we have another constant, negative 9. So to evaluate, we need to replace our variables with numbers. So negative 2 multiplied by 6. For n, we have 6. Then we have positive 3 or plus 3 multiplied by the value of m, negative 2. And then we have minus 9. So again, first we have to do our multiplications. So first multiply, and when you multiply negative times positive, we have negative 12. And then we multiply again positive times negative, negative 6. And then we have the minus 9 to bring down. So the two multiplications were the negative 2n and 3m. So the multiplications have to be done first. Negative 12 minus 6 minus 9. Then we have to combine two numbers at a time. So negative and negative. Add the numbers, keep the sign. Negative, because they're negatives, and we add 18. Bring down the 9 and combine again. Negative and negative, add the numbers, keep the sign. So negative and then add for the final answer. Let's see those hidden coefficients again. Negative x. Remember, negative x means negative 1 multiplied by the value of x. The value of the variable doesn't have a sign in front, so the negative 1 is multiplied by the value of x. Again, minus y means there is a 1 hiding there multiplied by the value of y, and then plus 7. So when I rewrite this problem, I have negative 1 times negative 1, the value of x, minus 1 times the value of y is 3, and then plus 7. So when you substitute, the value of x was negative 1, and there was another negative in front. So negative 1 hiding multiplied by the value of x, negative 1. Minus 1 times 3 was that hiding or hidden coefficient 1, and the value of y, 3. So careful when we substitute the values, and don't forget about those hidden coefficients. Then we have to multiply, because based on the order of operations, we multiply first. Negative times negative is positive 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Negative 1 times 3 will be negative 3, and then plus 7. So negative times positive, we'll multiply the sign right away. Then we combine. Combine means add or subtract based on integer rules. Positive 1 with negative 3, different. Different sign, subtract. Subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number, negative 2. Then plus 7. Combine. One more time. Negative and positive, different is subtract. Different means subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number, positive 5. Final answer, 5.